everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. I also have a Ko-fi shop with signed paperbacks and swag, which you can also find below. I've done about 5 signings now, and they're always an amazing way to get out and meet readers, make friends with other authors, and also allow you to sell and sign some books. As someone who's chronically ill and disabled, I thought I would talk a little bit about how to prepare yourself for them and what's worked for me. Usual disclaimer, I am not the only disabled and chronically ill person on Authortube, and definitely not on YouTube. And also, you can be chronically ill and not disabled and not chronically ill. With that said, let's jump into it, but first I will just let you know that I will link the plays for this series up in the cards. Number 1. Communicate your needs ahead of time. When I did my first signing, I didn't know exactly what I would need, bar my books and wheelchair access, but it soon became clear to me that there would be other things, and I needed to make sure that the organisers knew about it in advance because it would have an impact on where they placed me in the room. So if you know, for example, that you'll need a plug socket for your oxygen machine, make sure they know that ahead of time. If you know that you might need to be close to a bathroom for whatever reason, again, let them know ahead of time. It's not just about making sure that you have everything you need, but also about easing off the stress on your shoulders and the organisers too, so that no one is going to end up having to shift people around on the day just to get it done. The signings I have done were great about this. They've all been great about it. And others where parking wasn't easy at the signing itself have made sure that I had access to one of the coveted parking spaces. I can't say enough good things about the people who've organised signings that I've gone to, and some of that is them just being awesome, but also being able to communicate my needs ahead of time has helped there too. Number 2. If possible, helpers are a godsend. I have always had a helper, usually my best friend who's also my carer, and that has been so much help. It allows me to have her do all the setup and taking down, like I can direct her where to put things, but I'm not having to somehow get all my books and such to the signing room without help. Even if you personally don't have a helper that you can take with you, there are usually volunteers working the signing that will be more than happy to help you or however they can. While yes, it can be an extra expense to pay for a helper, it works out so much better in the long run, so it's worth it in my opinion. And some signings will do a cheaper price because it's a necessary need because you're disabled, and others will just let them in for free. It also means if I need to leave my table for any reason, she's there to deal with people and also watch over the cash box and such like that. She can grab me drinks and food and all of that, so yes, if possible, have a helper. Number 3. Prep in advance. This one will depend on your chronic illness and or disability, but I've always found it easier to prep everything way in advance. That way I know where the signing book stock is, I know where the table display stuff is, I know where I need to put things. It also allows me to do it in stages, so I'm not having to put all these things together at the last minute, because that is a clear way to send myself into a flare, or worse, ending up too sick to attend. So like I have VIP swag packs and free ones, I prepared these way in advance and put them all together in boxes, so all I had to do was make sure said boxes made it to the venue. I basically keep my signing stock on one side of the room and my shop stock on the other. It makes sure that I don't end up missing something or needing something and finding out only a couple of days before or something. So yes, if you can, prep in advance. I get that for some people it's not possible, they don't always have the space, but do what you can. And number 4, allow for rest days. Ever since that first signing, I've always stayed an extra day at the hotel or whatnot, depending how close to home it is. I think there's only one signing where I've driven up in the morning and gone home the same night. This is simply because you've got to have rest days. Signings start early. You need to be there early if you can, travel the night before, and don't put the onus on yourself getting home the same day unless it's really necessary or easily possible. Allow yourself some time to rest, recharge, and then face everything the next day, or even better, the day after that. Rest is so important, and signings are a whole lot of peopling and you will be wiped out. So if possible, play it safe and stay in the area for a bit. So like I said, I just did a signing, I just did Wonderland, and I had an amazing time. I love doing signings, I love meeting people, I love getting to see other authors, I love getting to meet my readers in person, and I really do have a very fun time. But as I said, it's something that you need to prep for, it's something we need to communicate, because when you're chronically ill and or disabled, life is extra hard as it is, you don't need to make it harder. So if you've ever been to a signing, let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like, or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. You can also support me in my coffee shop, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pre-order Chronicles, the 4th Torment, which is the 4th in the Young Adult Urban Fantasy series. And if you do pre-order, don't forget to grab the swag. All the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.